Hello everybody. Making a video here as I promised on Facebook. As usually I promise on Facebook I make a video. And the video it's about why it takes 20 years or why it takes so long time for your twin flame to come, to unite, or what's going on with all this story. Why is like this? And here I will share you my experiences because what happened to it is that first of all I went out and opened out as a twin flame because I was guided to it. I was told I have to do it. I couldn't hold it on to myself to hide. And even the people when I was attending the church, they were so impressed about my openness. How come I'm so openly talk without no restrictions or any filters or anything about this? And like, simply because it is what it is. And I try to explain it to them that what haven't happened between me and my twin at the beginning, how I got awakened is that I just saw her lights coming out of her eyes and came inside of me, and ever since I have these vibrations, these things inside of me, and that's how everything started in me. But the problem remains because of why your twin takes too long time onto it. Simply because it's a long journey of transformation. The awakened twin leads its transformation towards the light, towards God, and has to really change and transform to be ready to do the things that needs to do. And during that transformation, the old self die, and the new self it's built up. And when you build yourself up, I was already, a lot of you knew. You basically give up on your twin by simply bring him to God, and it's like, okay, God, I'm here. Here that is. They're all yours. I understand. I don't have to teach them. I don't have to control them. I don't have to do anything about them. They're completely free. They're hide from me. They're not with me. They're stubborn. They're with me because they don't understand what I know. So here they are, God. They're all yours. You teach them. And that is a very hard thing to do from inside because you know things that they don't know. But it's one thing to know the things, is another thing to do the things. And for some of the people, this transformation takes a long time because of the old way of control. I want to control this. I want to steer this. And then you understand you cannot steer the twin flame. And that is one very small reason why the twin flames take so long time. But the reality, the real reason why twin flames are not together, it's lack of information. And lack of information leads to lack of understanding. Lack of understanding creates fear. And then this connection doesn't work out. Why? Because there is a lot of interference. There is interference inside because of religion, because of languages. The most common barrier it's age between twin flames. Most of the twin flames they have an age gap. Some of them 7, 12. The highest I've been seeing it's the one it's 36, the other one it's 74. You go ahead and count them at. So that's how the things are. We're talking about different religions. We're talking about different things. I've been talking to different religions people. I mean, I'm talking about Christianity, Muslimanity. I'm talking about Judaism. I'm talking about Hindu. They're all the same. There is the one runner, there is the one chaser, and there is no peace, and everything is a nightmare. Why? Lack of education. If we were educating the people, we were going to tell them one thing. Simply, hear how it goes and what the people need to understand. The people were taught to look at it about lover with their body, so that he or she to be a beautiful, or to love you in the heart, without mention that what you have to look at it in the eyes and looking for their soul, what their soul it is. And that lack of education, that people are not taught to look for the soul, not for anything else, create these problems. Because the people get in the relationship because of the physical look, because of the hard look, and when they start looking for the real partnership, they're looking for it to connect in the soul, it doesn't work. Why? Why the marriage doesn't work? Why the most people, when they reach 30 years, or they reach like 7 or 8 years of a marriage, doesn't work? There is no connections there anymore. You're trying to connect on the soul level with the person, and it doesn't work. Simply because for some reason your soul telling you is not the right person. And the society creates all this part like, okay, well, you're married, you have to keep your marriage, you have to make it work. And some of the religions want you married, that's it, you're married for that person, that's it. You put your blinders, you don't see anything. Well, guess what? You married, you go ahead and you see somebody, look in their eyes, and then you find your soul partner. Now what? Who can give you information about this? What's going on? Why I'm so crazy about this person? Why I cannot sleep? Why I'm thinking for this person 24/7? Why I feel they're me? Why I feel I have the same vibration as they do? What is wrong with me? Why I feel this high level of love? Why I cannot have a love with nobody else anymore? Why it is changing? So much questions, right? And here is again the lack of education. The most of the twin flames are hiding. They're hiding in a secret rooms out on the Facebook. They're hiding more. But even that is not hiding. Let me put you a little bit back to the history. That there was information out there. There is organizations, they've been working out there to put that information about what's going on today. But again, they are connected to religion, to the old. And that's why you don't have the information. That's why when you come out in the open as a twin flame and you become the way I am, out in the open, then you will understand what I'm saying. You become your true self. You don't hide from no one, you don't hide from nobody, you don't hide from nothing. Okay? But let me give you a little bit of history up here. First of all, I want to introduce you to a very specific person. His name is Guy Ballard. He's born in 1878 and he passed 1939 here in Chicago, Illinois. That guy started the I Am movement, okay? And from that I Am movement, it's located in Schaumburg, Illinois. I'm also from Illinois, so just some kind of coincidence in here. It started this part of this I Am movement. The I Am movement reached out 1 million plus throughout the world. followers. Okay, and I was about to put some information out there about the New Age, and that started as the Saint Germain Foundation. Okay, and we're talking about the ascended masters, and we're talking about everything else. But that was the parent organization of that. It still exists. Okay, it's called the Saint Germain Foundation. You can go ahead and find it. They still have a local groups, but the information that you're getting, it's again not really wide and open. People don't talk much about that stuff. It's not like completely openness. And there is a out of that Saint Germain Foundation, there is a breakaway that follow up after that, and that is the Church Universal and Triumph. Okay, that was founded back in 1975, but by Elizabeth Clare Prophet and Mark Prophet. Okay, and what happened is that here again, it's again the I Am movement, but also we're talking about that right now they bring the knowledge for the soulmates and the twin flames out in the open. But how much is out in the open? How much is understood? Everything. Because if you knew it and it was out and open, and we're talking about right now, we talking about pretty much almost 40 years. 42 years we're talking about this organization exists, and it's still not clear about what's happening today about the twin flames. Why? Simply because the information was locked up for members. It was locked up for people that if they ask more questions, they have to study on a special place. This is information that it's not given freely to everybody. And here is the question. You cannot hide information that's about soul relationships. That information, it has to be out in the open. And when we as the twin flames hiding out there, we don't help people. What happened is that when I came out as a twin flame, there was a twin flames that contact me that like, I've been 18 years, I've been 20 years, 28 years, I've been 30 plus years. I didn't understood deal what happened to me. You explain it very simple. The things has to be explained very simple. The things are not complicated. We making it complicated. The society that it's around it makes it more complicated. It's a simple one thing. Whatever you do, look with your soul. Your soul can fall in love with person. Not as everything teaching you with the body and the heart, or wherever some parents or some religious they married with the members within the family so they can keep the wealth. All arranged marriages like in India so they can keep the wealth between rich families. Shame on you if you do this. Simply because you put in people in marriage and try to make an enforced love. I have this girl that she's from India. She's like, I've been forced to marry, but I never felt love for him. Yeah, I have a baby. I have a 3-year-old boy, but guess what? I don't love him. I don't know how to live. How good that is? You make your own judgment. Let your soul make that judgment call. And the part that I'm trying again to tell everybody is that it takes 20 years simply because of lack of information and lack of understanding of others, that something happened to you, they don't understand what's wrong. There is nothing wrong. You just love somebody with your soul. You just did something that has been explained to you a long time ago. But we decide that we're going to be looking for God, building a higher towers, building huge churches, and build everything. And when you find a person, when your soul is connected to it, then you will understand everything I'm telling you. Why did the information was hidden from you? Why did that everything was destroyed? I mean, if you look at it to the human history, there was a very disturbing thing you can find. Information was hidden about all this all the time. We're talking about destruction of the Alexandria Library back then, one of the biggest information that exists down there. We're talking about later on destructions of churches, temples. We're talking about persecution, the Saint Inquisition during the medieval ages, when if you knew tarot, or if you knew astrology, or if you do anything, you were a witch, had to be persecuted, you have to be dead. We're talking about the meeting of the 600 AD, when 350 books out of the 500 books from the Christianities were removed. We're talking about books for the Christianity that was written before and after Christ. And here is 600 years after him, our appointed people decide what to remove and what to present to everybody. To remind you, the Bible was not made at back then. And it's not that I'm preaching against the Bible. It's about that everybody said that these teachings that were within the Christianity back then, they were not pretty good. Today they are known as whatever left over as Gnostic teachings. You go ahead and search for those Gnostic teachings, and right there it's explained that Adam and Eve will meet first in the soul, and they looking to unite in the soul. Why you were not told this from so many years? Why they removed this information? That's I'm leaving up to you. Go ahead and find yourself the answer. But the truth has to come out sooner or later, and it will. Because more and more people, they're gonna be like me. They're gonna find that person. And when they find that person, they will have no fear. They will have no problems come out and open. And they will have no problems to do whatever it takes to help others. Simply because it is what it is. You become that personality that you were made for it. And don't blame somebody else for those 20 years. They will take your twin. And you don't know. Maybe your twin can come in tomorrow. Maybe your twin will all of a sudden is going to be awakened. Maybe your twin will call in 2 weeks. But they are your twin. It's simply because one way or another they end up in different relationship, or they got lost, or they don't speak your language, or they're different age. They're so always looking for you. Somehow, some way, the things will rearrange. Even if it doesn't happen, so be it. But you as an awakened twin, you have one purpose, and that is one thing: share your knowledge to benefit of the society and to benefit the people that are going to be awakened after you. Because if let's say the Church Universal in Frankfurt, they were so big since 1970s till now, that's almost 40 years, we wouldn't have that information out and open. But nope, it's not it. The information was not that much in open. If the Saint Germain part was so much out and open, and they let all the information out available to the public and explain more and more of what happened way back at the beginning of the 19th century, we're talking about almost 100 years now, things would have been different. But they're not. And why this thing keeps repeating and repeating itself? It will repeating and repeating itself until people understand that we have to start looking at more as a souls. Just because I look at it to my twin, I didn't understood the beginning what happened. I didn't even understand not even portion out of it. But I had to get up in the morning at 3 o'clock, get up on the computer, and start digging informations in and out for 3 months until I figured it out. Darn it, I am twin flame. I went through all the craps. I went through everything else. But it took me 3 months. But the situations right after that, it's been out of control. Simply because there was so much interference of everything that I need to face. Now I don't have to face it anymore. Now, if something's going to happen, it's going to happen on its own. I don't have to worry about it, but I have to be out and open and help other people. And more I help people, more and more people get educated. And by more people get educated, the people that are coming after us, somehow they're going to get more and more informations on it. And when they get more and more informations, we educate the society. The society that made the rules. Well, if you take a look at the society can make any rules. It is okay the society to say, hey, you have to have iPhone. It is okay for the society to say you need to own a Jeep. Not other brand, but Jeep or Mercedes. You show up how good you are. Did a society told you, hey, when you look for a partner, look with your soul. Forget about anything else, but look with your soul. Because your soul have to find the peace. And your soul looks for a union when you have a marriage. And that's why most of the marriages are failing, because there is not this connection within the soul. So guess what? You become married, and down the road you meet your twin flame, and you figure out, crap, now what? I have kids, I have establishment. You learn what it's mean to be in a relationship. And when you meet your twin flame, you have to decide what to do with your twin flame. You and your twin flame, not somebody else. And that is the big part. Takes so many years because a lot of the twin flames, they're freaking out of this connection. A lot of the twin flames, they fear this connection. Do you have a fear or do you have love? And that's why it's so important to be properly told the people at the beginning, go look for a partner with your soul. Not if you're a male, make sure she's pretty. Or if you're a female, make sure that he's got a good heart and a good job. He can provide a good security for me. And guess what? Down the road, you're going to look for one thing, attention and love. and you try to bring that connection within the soul, but nothing happens. You try to chasing your husband to give you attention and love, and guess what? Doesn't happen. Why? There is no soul connection. And that is the truth. And that's what triggers everything. You're looking for the soul connection. And when you're looking for the soul connection, you unlock yourself to look for a soul connection. And then, ta-da! Your twin flame shows up. And guess what? You have to change. You have to transform. You have to change everything that you've been done in your life. And then your old self dies so your new self can live properly. And that's why the people who come out like me out in the public and they say I'm a twin flame and I'm helping twin flames and I'm here to share this information more and more and help them out, those are the people that I'm going out and do everything for it. So we can make this information available to everybody. But the message still is the same. Stop looking for a partner with your body and your heart. Also looking for a partner with your soul. And this is the message that Twin Flame has to deliver out there in the world. Because more and more, if you take a look at it, even the statistic, you'll find out young couples in their 30s, they don't get married. Why? They don't get married. They can live together, they may have a kids together, but they don't want to get married. Why? Because it's hard. Because for some reason it's not really true relationship. Because you might meet somebody else and then something else will happen. They don't want to get married. Inner side, the soul knows what's going on. But until we change this society, until we change this church brainwashing crap, okay, it's going to take some time. And you have to have a patience about your twin. If you love them, if you want them, give them to God. Let that part to allow themselves. And if somebody's giving you a crap about the church, and go ahead and tell them, well, around 600 AD, something happened. You guys removed a bunch of books that were written about Jesus. That means that every book that has been written about Jesus after 600 AD, including these days, everything should be canceled, right? How many books there were made out there? But how many of the books were never published? Why the Gnostic teachings are kind of like secret. And if you present those Gnostic teachings, go put them out and open. Find them out. Post them. Share them. Simply because those were the teachings from 2,000 years ago. And if somebody doesn't want you to see them, there's got to be a reason for it. But you have so many reasons to understand now that it takes a long time to be together with your twin flame. Because of a lot of reasons. There is not only one. And it's hard, or it's however it is. The only thing that can help this is sharing the information out. There is no better way, there is no other way, and there is never was another way. And the best way always been one thing, word of mouth. I mean, today's we have the luxury of having some computers, having some social medias and all that stuff, and we can go out and share more quickly throughout the globe, you know. But the end of the day, it's still the word of mouth. It's always been the best part of sharing the messages onto. So I'm leaving you with this. You can go ahead and look at everything that I said. If you want to go ahead and look at the eye movement, or you can take a look at it, the stuff on it. There is nothing that I said. I didn't check that out. But it's your job as a twin flame, you to decide what you want to do. You want to live down in the hidden part, or you want to come out and open and help other twin flames to help with that navigation of this journey. So it's up to you. And if we can help people, we can help ourselves too. Be love.